Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel for day 1119 of our daily content grind. I honestly thought you were going to start another shoutout streak on me, because we had like 6 in a row, so thank you to everyone for that sudden surge. I do appreciate that. For future reference, anyone who throws into the Patreon campaign at any amount does get a shoutout before a video. It can be anything you want as long as it's your name on Patreon when you support. People make me say really stupid things, so thank you for that, I guess. But today we're gonna do something a little bit more chill. So what you're staring at here is one of the things I took away from the San Diego Zoo. I was there for TwitchCon. We decided to just kind of like take the last day to ourselves, and me and my friends all went to have a adventure through one of the biggest zoos in North America. And it's an exhausting place. But there are gift shops abound, and one of them, to my surprise, included some transforming robots, because I can't even go to the zoo without finding Transformers. But it's the San Diego Zoo, so of course they're going to have pandas. For those unaware, the San Diego Zoo is one of the only places outside of China you can see a panda, if you're willing to wait in line for 2 hours for it. We weren't. But we can take home plenty of pandas because that's half of the gift shop before you leave. Alright, so this is a Adventure Planet Asian Mountain Discovery Expedition Transforming Panda Robot. Now, I've never heard of Adventure Planet before. And also, Asian Mountain Discovery Expedition. I will give credit. I will give credit here because pandas are native to the forests amongst the Chinese mountain ranges. So, okay, granted, they actually got that part right. I expected it to be wrong. Transforms into a robot. Oh my god, thank god. My last panda transformed into a 3D printer. Yeah, it was a bamboo. Ah, that's it. I'm leaving. I'm done. I admit that I should go now. I'm just gonna go over here. Over here now. Okay, I have to finish the review. So, yeah, let's take a look on the back here. Let's see what else we got. What other little gems of comedy can we glean? Collect them all. Elephant. See, hang on. Elephant. White tiger. Leopard. In no way it looks like Beast Wars toys. Now, then you notice they actually do try to avoid that. The leopard has purple on it. The white tiger has kind of like a normal shade of blue. The red on the elephant absolutely makes this look like Beast Wars Ironhide. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But we can see what the final product on the toy is supposed to be. So, yeah. It's not the most impressive looking thing. How can it be? This is $9. Well, $10 actually. And then, yeah, it's about small deluxe size as far as modern Transformers go. So, no big shock as to guessing what the quality of this is going to be like. All right, let's get this guy open. You'll notice the packaging didn't even like struggle to stay closed. It just kind of peeled apart. I'm hearing rattling. There's rattling inside this thing. That's not a good sign right out of the box. Okay, so, yeah, it's certainly a panda. I'll give credit. There is no transforming panda toy. So, like, I guess this is like one of the few ways I can actually obtain something such as that. As pandas go, it's about as basic in coloring as you could get. It's the black going all the way across the top of the shoulders down into the arms. It's pretty sloppy too. You can see a lot of like overspray in there. You can see like little strands. Here's the splatter from when they painted the ears all over the head. And then like little gaps in here like the front of the arms. So yeah, you got not such a great paint job. I mean, it's certainly a panda. I can't take that away. It's certainly a panda. All the traditional stuff's there. Back legs are done kind of the same way. they're cut like they have some kind of articulation, but they don't move at all. They're just kind of separate chunk pieces. And yeah, and again, very basic pattern, just kind of goes all the way across the back and perfectly diagonal across the top of the hip. So yeah, it's what I expect. It's just a Panda. There's no articulation. There's nothing to really do with it in this mode except transform it and hope for the best. Now, you might have noticed there weren't any instructions on how to transform the Panda. There's just, you know, a cardboard box, a plastic bubble, and prayers. So we're going to do the best we can here. Okay, so I'm guessing... Yeah, what comes first? What do I have to do on this thing first to get this thing to transform? That's an elbow. I can see the fists. Like, we can flip those out later. The head's going to be the chest. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown the card away, because at least it would show me what parts are supposed to go where. There, okay. We're getting things to move. We're getting things to move. Okay. Okay. I still don't like that rattle. There's still something rattling in here I don't like. Hopefully it's just like a little bit of mold flash that kind of came off. Alright, so let's see. Okay. Figured out how to get the arms out. You can rotate them forward just below the elbow. Now it makes sense to flip out the hands. Now we can go ahead and flip those out. There we go. They don't flip out to the same degree. They don't flip out to the same degree. Oh, it's because of the way they designed the legs. Because they designed the shape of the beast mode to actually be like in a walking stance. It's like at a weird angle. Okay. Go ahead. Put that down. Rotate the waist around. Didn't actually expect that level of transformation. All right. Flip the feet down. Get the legs out completely. There we go. Clicked down. I have to push the head out from the back because there's nothing to catch my fingernail on to drag it out. Okay, so simple as that. Can we stand up? Can we stand up? Okay. So there's our Panda robot mode. It ain't the cleanest thing in the world. It's pretty much what I expect, you know. It is very much, you know, dollar store kind of quality. The plastic does not feel great. Yeah, you see those big gaps in it. The legs are very, very hollow. Everything on it is very, very hollow. Yeah, it's just a cheapo little Panda toy. Also, because of the way the legs are designed, the feet are designed, there really isn't any balancing this thing. It really wants to tip over this way because there's no back heel thanks to the way this leg is molded outward. So this is an incredibly awkward figure. Somehow, they took the simplest design they could and they found a way of screwing it up so it can't even stand up. We've been through this before. I think at the very minimum, a transforming robot should be able to stand on its own 2 feet. Let's see, let's do what I normally do for a review. I'm not really marking this as a review, but we'll just kind of do it anyway. The head sculpt is pretty generic. You know, you got a faceplate on there with a bit of a grid, you know, grill looking piece. Some painted eyes that are, well, actually, no. Eyes are just silver. They are reflecting off the blue of the helmet to look painted. The color scheme, honestly, not bad. It's not a bad shade of blue to pair with the like the orangish yellow, that warm yellow color. A little bit of red on the pelvis, just to break up the yellow a little bit. So there's weirdly like they actually did pay attention to some kind of design element here. You know, because like the colors are actually decently distributed. Like it looks fine. You know, it's just very cheaply made and has very little playability and articulation. Like we did establish, we do have elbows and we do have like a rotation just below them. But that's about it. The head doesn't even turn. Yeah, and it's just awkward. Nothing's like clipping together outside of like the leg slide. Nothing up here is like clipping together, so it's not really gonna hold up, unfortunately. Now, that's pretty much the quality I expected. You know, I didn't expect these things to be grand. I didn't expect them to find like a diamond in the rough thing here. I just kind of expected them to be like cheap little toys that would entertain a kid for a day. And that's basically what I got out of this. But that said, you know, it's a pretty short video. If only I had the foresight to pick up something else. I got the elephant too. We're going to take a look at the packaging for the elephant first because, transforming elephant robot. Imagine, create, and construct. What am I constructing? It's already built. Unless this thing's going to fall apart so many times, and then I'm going to be forced to reconstruct it. Standalone action figure. Oh, well, now I can't put it on a shelf with the rest of my collection. I have to isolate him. Jeez, I didn't know I didn't know I had social distancing robot elephant. With movable parts, I'd hope so. Transforms in seconds. Everything transforms in seconds. I can transform Masterpiece Megatron in seconds. It just takes 2,000 of them. Just says absolutely nothing. Robot power. Picture of elephant. Yeah, I'm not showing you the robot. I'm not showing you the robot. You saw the little picture of it, but I want you to see this thing. I want you to see this thing. Okay, so first off, elephant. And again, we're basically at the roughly deluxe size as far as Transformers would be concerned. So, okay size for just a toy robot, but elephant, I expect to be just like maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what is up with the eye. I'm not sure what is up with the eye. If I rotate this around, yeah, that eye is actually painted the way I would expect. Maybe a little bit weirdly shaped, but what I expect. And then this eye's got a big old cataract on it. And I thought that was like this is the side that faces outward. This is the one that like could have gotten scraped up as the package was shifting around in shipment or, you know, in my luggage. But it's the same on the one on the box. The one on the box also has that weird white gash in it. Not sure. Also not sure where the green comes from in the ears. I think he's got some moss that's needs to be cleaned off. Now, I will give a credit. This one actually has some like actual like articulation in the beast. Like it actually moves around. I can open up the mouth and the tongue is painted. Like that's surprising. Ears are also on hinges. You can open up the ears. So already this is beating the Panda, as most elephants probably would in nature. But yeah, like this is actually like serviceable. Now, the joints are very, very loose, so I'm not expecting this thing to hold up under extreme poses, but you know what? It's still doing a better job. Now, the base core of these toys seems to be exactly the same, so I'm going to bet he transforms exactly like the Panda does. So, yep, we're going to fold out the arms from the sides. Come on. There we go. In an effort not to make anything break in this fragile plastic. Oh, the head came off. The head came off. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Because that's immediately talkable, the way that happened. Yep. Arms rotate. This all happens. Yep, that's the same. That's the same. Figure out how to get this. Let's figure out how to get his legs done. Figure out how to get his legs done, because, yeah, there's the feet. There's where the feet are supposed to be. He's got the same leg mechanism. This purple piece really wants to come apart. Really not supposed to. There we go. It actually clipped in. I did not expect that. Extend those. Rotate those to the back. There's no nice pelvis piece this time. I think we just hold everything up like that. Like nothing clips together like it did on the other one. The other one actually had like dedicated pelvis engineering. I know, I guess that's just it. I guess that's just it. There's your robot. There's your robot. It's not exactly Takara, is it? You know, it transforms the same way, and big surprise, the other ones they had looked like they transformed exactly the same way. So yeah, no real prize for originality here. You are looking at pretty much the same level of articulation. Of course, this time you have these big ears in the way that you can't do anything with. There's no folding them flat. They just stand in the way of the arms. I will admit, the whole reason I picked the elephant is because it looked like it was the dumbest of the ones available. And yes, it absolutely is. You can see the build quality here. Yeah, there's a screw here that doesn't look like it was driven all the way. The midsection absolutely wants to come apart any second. So that's going to be bad. Also, that tail is going places I'm not comfortable with. Oh boy, you stay down there. You stay down there and remain a tail. Please remain a tail. Head is not looking good. The head has paint, but it is exceptionally sloppy. And as we noticed, the head just kind of comes off. It's not screwed on. It doesn't even look like it was glued in place. It's just pegged in. So again, this is like shared engineering across all of them, so I'm assuming they're just going to keep it as generic as possible. So yeah, that's to be expected. Yeah, it's not a pretty show. It's not a pretty show. On top of the fact that, yeah, this is the robot mode is as far as articulation or posability or any kind of play value outside of just turning it into a robot and turning it back into an elephant, kind of devoid of that. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, I know it said standalone robot, but we are going to stand them next to each other here just so you can get a comparison. You can see all the parts that are the same across them. They're by the same company despite different packaging and all that. It's pretty much what I expected. Though I didn't expect the Panda to be... I thought the Panda would be like the Cheetor of the whole thing and be like the nice neutral route. No, the Panda's got super weird things that make it difficult to work with too. I would call it better than the elephant at least. Not a high bar, I know, but there you go. I'm okay. I'm okay with this. They're $10, which is, you know, it's overcharged because it's essentially a theme park. But, you know, also makes me realize, oh hey, this is what $10 gets me in a transforming toy these days. So I don't know, maybe 20 or 25 for a deluxe ain't so bad. At least it holds together. You know, at least its pelvis isn't coming apart. It is what it is. So, that's my souvenirs from San Diego Zoo. Yeah, I'm going to set these on a shelf. They're a nice, fun reminder of the zoo. I will give it that. You know, they're nice little souvenir pieces. But I'm certainly not going to be putting them up against Megatron anytime soon. But that's a little bit of my vacation. Just wanted to share it with everybody here. So, for anyone curious about them, there you go. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.